Module Overview. Art history is a narrative of human civilization told not only through words and artifacts, but through visual, symbolic, and material expressions of culture, power, belief, and imagination. This module is designed to provide a panoramic, yet deeply analytical exploration of key periods, movements, and stylistic evolutions in the history of art, from prehistoric markings on cave walls to the boundary-pushing innovations of 20th century modernism. The purpose is not only to chronicle historical eras, but to interpret how artistic production responds to and shapes the social, political, spiritual, economic, and philosophical climate of each age. Prehistoric and Ancient Art, Prehistoric Art, c. 40,000 to 3000 BCE. Cave paintings, Lascaux, Altamira. Depictions of animals, fertility symbols, handprints, likely ritualistic or communicative in nature. Venus figurines, exaggerated female forms, fertility icons or goddess representations. Materials, charcoal, ochre, bone tools, primitive yet expressive. Ancient Near East, Sumer, Akkad, Assyria, Babylon. Artistic purpose, used for religious worship, recording legal codes, e.g. Stela of Hammurabi, glorifying kings. Media, stone reliefs, cuneiform inscriptions, ziggurat architecture. Ancient Egypt symbolism, rigid posture, profile views, idealized forms to represent the divine order. Monuments, pyramids, tombs, sphinxes, wall paintings. Function, art as eternal home for the soul, tomb art and funerary objects. Classical antiquity, Greece and Rome, ancient Greece periods, archaic, classical, Hellenistic. Sculpture, from rigid Kuroi to dynamic contrapposto in works like Discobolus and Venus de Milo. Architecture, Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian orders, e.g. Parthenon. Philosophy, art as a reflection of proportion, idealism, and rationality. Ancient Rome realism, emphasis on portraiture, civic monuments, and engineering feats, e.g. aqueducts, Colosseum. Mosaics and frescoes, domestic and public decoration. Influence, adopted and adapted Greek styles, focused on imperial power and propaganda. Medieval art, c. 400 to 1400 CE, early Christian and Byzantine art, mosaics, icons, centralized churches, gold backgrounds to convey divinity. Romanesque, heavy fortress-like architecture, biblical reliefs. Gothic, 12th to 15th CE, soaring cathedrals, e.g. Notre Dame, stained glass, illuminated manuscripts. Function, didactic and devotional, art as a window to the divine. Renaissance and Baroque art, Renaissance, 14th to 16th C. Humanism, revival of classical ideals, anatomy, individualism, and perspective. Innovations, linear perspective, chiaroscuro, sfumato. Masters, Leonardo da Vinci, The Last Supper. Michelangelo, David, Sistine Chapel. Raphael, School of Athens. Northern Renaissance, more focused on detail, texture, symbolism, e.g. John van Eyck, Albrecht Dürer. Use of oil paint and religious themes in domestic settings. Baroque, 17th C. Dramatic, theatrical, emotional, Caravaggio's Tenebrism, Bernini sculptures. Patronage, often by church and monarchy, propaganda of religious or political power. 8th to 19th century movements, Rococo ornate, pastel, romantic themes, aristocratic elegance, e.g. Fragonard. Neoclassicism, return to classical order, moral virtue, heroic subjects, e.g. Jacques-Louis David. Romanticism, emotion, exoticism, nature, and rebellion, e.g. Delacroix, Goya, Turner. Realism, focus on ordinary people and social realities, e.g. Courbet, Millet. Impressionism, light, fleeting moments, loose brushwork, e.g. Monet, Degas, Renoir. 18th to 19th century movements, Rococo ornate, pastel, romantic themes, aristocratic elegance, e.g. Fragonard. Neoclassicism, return to classical order, moral virtue, heroic subjects, e.g. Jacques-Louis David. Romanticism, emotion, exoticism, nature, and rebellion, e.g. Delacroix, Goya, Turner. Realism, focus on ordinary people and social realities, e.g. Courbet, Millet. Impressionism, light, fleeting moments, loose brushwork, e.g. Monet, Degas, Renoir. Modernism in the 20th century, post-impressionism. Subjective color and structure, e.g. Van Gogh, Cezanne, Gauguin. Expressionism, inner emotion over external reality, e.g. Edvard Munch, Egon Schiele. Cubism, analytical fragmentation of form and perspective, e.g. Picasso, Braque. Futurism, data, surrealism, futurism, speed, machines, e.g. Boccioni, data, anti-art absurdity, e.g. Duchamp, surrealism, dreams and subconscious, e.g. Dali, Magritte. Abstract art and minimalism, pure form, color, line, e.g. Kandinsky, Mondrian, Rothko.